Lighting on the Common has attracted visitors for years. Anna Foulds tells us how the lighting program has thrived over the years.
Reading traditionally maintains a strong community spirit. Never does it seem stronger than during the holiday season. A shining example is the volunteer spirit that helps light the Common from Thanksgiving weekend through Hanukkah, Christmas, and New Year's. Since 1992, the Common Fund has come under the care of the North Reading Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber publicizes and organizes the holiday event and solicits donations large and small from member businesses and the general public. At times, the Chamber has requested and received support from the Reading 350th Celebration Trust Fund. It was not always so. In the early days, funding came from the town budget. For many years, Reading contracted with a private firm to handle the dramatic display. That all changed at the May 1976 town meeting. We were in a belt-tightening era, just 3 years after the energy crisis. After lengthy debate on the propriety of the government's using tax dollars to sponsor the celebration, it was voted 86 to 85 to remove the lights from the budget. And that's where our story begins. Following the vote, Bruce Meringue, in his Chronicle editorial, reflected on the decision. He said, "This vote was not done idly and not without serious debate, but the question remains unanswered whether or not this community and its people have a sense of community and a sense of what that festival of lights means to each heart that contemplates it." His question was answered in the affirmative. Local business owner, longtime town meeting member, and future selectman Marvin Rosenthal rallied both the business community and the general public. He said, "We're going to raise the entire amount by asking people for nickels, dimes, and dollars, and we're going to have a lighting display that is part of all of us." His efforts resulted in the establishment of a fund to purchase bulbs, which he donated to the town, and set up a maintenance program for years to come. In 1982, a new fund was established in order to expand on Rosenthal's efforts. Bruce Meringue of the Chronicle, together with Arnold Berger and Walter Arsenault, opened a bank account and convinced townspeople to fill its coffers. Without missing a beat, this fund kept the holiday spirit alive in the center of town until the Chamber assumed leadership. In this, the 30th anniversary year of the modern era of our common lighting, the vision displayed by Rosenthal and all who rallied to the cause has not only been maintained, but it has flourished.
The trees on the Common are getting bigger, yet there's not enough power to support additional bulbs. There is a solution, and Bob Keating from the Parks and Forestry Department explains how the problem will be solved.
These lights here are the latest in technology and energy savings for holiday lighting. We install approximately 15,000 light bulbs on strands of 25 throughout the downtown area. This is an LED or a light-emitting diode lamp. It uses a considerably less amount of electricity. I'll show you what we've been using over the years. This small bulb replaces this larger bulb here. This is a regular incandescent bulb. A string of 25 of these uses approximately 200 watts of electricity. A string of 25 of the new LEDs uses 2 watts. So it's 100-fold savings. They're also not subject to wind damage, as these blue incandescent or the colored incandescent lights will break in the wind and are very sensitive. These are in a sealed unit that's very hard plastic, and they run very cool, and they'll last 100,000 hours as opposed to a much shorter time with an incandescent bulb. The cost of the new LED bulbs is approximately twice what the old incandescent is, but with 100-fold savings in energy and a much longer life, 100,000 hours as opposed to a few, they're certainly a much more efficient alternative. The other real asset to these is we can cover the trees with many more lights and make it much more colorful downtown for a lot less money in energy usage. Right now, the trees in the common in all of downtown are maxed out with a number of lights that can be utilized due to energy restrictions. So these are really a multi-benefit type of light. They're much cheaper to burn, and they can give us a much better lighting pattern. The two paired trees on either side of the walkway are our test trees for this holiday season. Monies was donated to purchase these lamps, these lights, as a test, and they've worked out very well. We hope to replace the rest of the lighting on the common as donations come in. The Chamber of Commerce has been generous in donating monies for replacing broken bulbs and the cost of the electricity to run the common lights. But we hope to get more donations in order to better fund the replacement with these new LED lights. The test lighting we have right here is all done in white because these trees had traditionally been white lamps in the past. But they come in a multitude of colors, as we have throughout the common, the reds, the blues, the oranges. But these are only white because we replaced the same lighting that was here before. There are not more bulbs on a string. The strings are set up with the standard 25 per string. But where we're limited by the electrical power available at the tree, we can put many more of these. Where a string of these only draws 2 watts, a string of the conventional lighting draws 200. So you end up with a severe limit on the number of bulbs. As the trees have grown much larger out here on the common, they can take much more lighting that service wasn't provided for originally when the area was electrified for holiday lighting. One good example is the Veterans Monument across from Town Hall. The trees have grown considerable over the years, and the lighting on it right now is very sparse. With the LED lights, we could certainly light those 2 trees much more fully and certainly make them look spectacular as opposed to fairly faint at the present time.